Let's now talk about adding and subtracting fractions. All right, so when we start talking about different operators happening in the same lesson plan, a lot of the times that means because there's something in common. And in this case, they are. Okay, there are the same exact rules when you add or subtract fractions. That rule, when you see this happen, has got to be, make sure my pen works here again, a common denominator. And if you refer back to how to find a common denominator, I have a video based off of that as well. So let's dive into this, and we're going to add or subtract fractions depending on what I write here. Okay, so let's go 9/10. I'm going to take 9/10. I'm going to add it to 2/10, and when I'm adding fractions, as you see, I'm going to have a common denominator. So do they have common denominator? Well, the bottoms are the same, so yes, they do. When I see that, I will immediately go to my denominator of my answer and put that answer down. Then I will come back to my numerators, and the operator, then I got to push it up to between those two guys, and I'll add 9 plus 2, which is 11. Now here again, we're in fractions, which means make sure that guy reduces, but 11's prime, the factors of 2 and 5 that come out of 10, can't come out of 11, so that guy is reduced. And here again, I don't care that it's an improper fraction. If you want to make that a mixed number, just make sure you do it right and follow the plans that I made in the videos in the past. All right, so all I'm looking for is, do I have a common denominator? Yes, apply it. And then I will add, in this case, add because that's my sign, 9 plus 2, and I get 11. Let's look at another one here. Let's go 2/3, and let's minus 1/6. All right, so if we follow the same kind of procedure as what we did in the previous slide, say, hey, I'm adding, subtracting. It looks like this case I'm subtracting fractions. Do I have a common denominator? Well, in this case, my answer is no. I do not have a common denominator. So I've got to make one first, and that's where addition and subtraction becomes kind of somewhat tedious. So I got to find the least common multiple between 3 and 6. Remember, multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, etc., etc. And if you listen to me, you heard 6 in there, which means my least common multiple between 3 and 6 is 6, which automatically becomes my common denominator, which is also going to be the denominator of my answer. And me, I will go ahead and make sure that 6 falls in all those denominators right now. Now, our goal is to rebuild these numbers, or to build these numbers as equivalent. So 3 is not equal to 6, but I took 3 times 2 to get 6. To make this 2/3 fraction equivalent, I have to take the bottom times 2. I must also take the top times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. So now my original problem of 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. Over here, it didn't change, so I took it times 1. If it's not going to change, then my top number is not going to change, or take it times 1. Then I look at this guy and pull these guys together on the top, pull that subtraction sign up, and I get 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 just happens to be 3. Can this number reduce? Absolutely it can. I can divide a 3 out of the top and the bottom, and that leaves me with 1/2 for an answer. So there is adding and subtracting fractions. Okay, remember, we've got to be able to build a common denominator if those numbers on the denominator happen to be different. Good luck.